Apple continues to demonstrate its craftsmanship and technological expertise with products like watches and iPhones. And over the past few years, Apple has been working on its Titan self-driving car project. More than 5,000 engineers are reportedly working on the project, and recent leaks reveal that Apple was already in talks with producers of electric vehicles to build the Apple automobile. In this video, I'll discuss Apple's upcoming groundbreaking creation, the Apple Car. Welcome to Investing Wise Academy. This is Fred, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to be updated for more upcoming videos like this. And if you want to see and know more about the Apple Titan project, keep watching. Apple considered building the Apple automobile even before the first iPhone was made public. The inventor of the V vehicle, a lightweight gasoline-powered vehicle that used less expensive materials and could be purchased for just $14,000, met with Steve Jobs in 2010. Given that the glass fiber car was 40% lighter and 70% less expensive to construct than a conventionally made vehicle, Steve saw enormous promise in the V vehicle. In the end, Steve Jobs chose to concentrate on the launch of the iPhone. This, as we know now, is Apple's most lucrative item. Apple resumed considering the development of the Apple automobile after the success of the iPhone. To create the ultimate mobile device, a compelling smart car, Apple launched Project Titan in 2014. This information was revealed in February 2015, when a suspicious van that Apple had leased was seen with camera gear. A few days later, an unnamed Apple worker warned Elon Musk that the Titan project would give Tesla a run for its money. The worker added that even Tesla personnel migrated to Apple because the project was too intriguing to pass up. A few weeks later, Apple hired veteran Mercedes-Benz research and development chief Johan Jungwirth. Soon later, the Wall Street Journal verified that Apple was also working on an electric car and developing self-driving software for automobiles. According to the story, Apple was developing an electric minivan, and Tim Cook had already given Titan project manager Steve Zadesky permission to hire up to 1,000 people. Afterward, Apple visited with producers of high-end vehicles like Magna Steyr. Magna prototype cars demonstrated Apple's desire to design a sleek-looking SUV. Many aspects of the SUV were rumored. For instance, one feature Apple was considering was silent motorized doors that could be operated by the user's iPhone and looked like minivan sliding doors. Apple also investigated the possibility of integrating augmented reality into the car's displays. But the most bizarre aspect is that Apple wants to employ spherical wheels. This function would be comparable to what Audi unveiled with its Audi RSQ idea in 2004. Although they would be a unique feature to the Apple automobile, spherical wheels would also be a costly addition. At the same time as Apple is considering employing spherical tires for the Apple car, Goodyear unveiled its design for spherical tires in 2016. This makes me think that Apple and Goodyear will probably collaborate on the Apple car. While Apple had some outrageous goals, there were also many internal issues. But before that, if you want to support this channel more, you might want to try our Super Thanks, wherein your comments will be highlighted, or join our membership program. Steve Zadesky abruptly announced that he would leave the Titan project due to internal problems. Bob Mansfield, a former executive of Apple, came out of retirement in 2012 to head Project Titan. Mansfield changed the course of Project Titan to involve an internal reset. numerous Apple employees were let go, and the project's titan was redirected to the development of the self-driving software for the Apple automobile. Apple switched its attention from making electric cars to developing autonomous driving software. Apple was seen testing its autonomous driving system with Lexus SUVs after receiving a permit from the California DMV. In all honesty, the self-driving throughout the testing was rather choppy. Apple then rented out Momentum Stadium, a testing facility in Concord, California. Momentum Stadium's owner, Randall Iwasaki, said, "We had to sign a non-disclosure agreement with Apple. They have come in and expressed interest, but other than that, we can't say anything else." Then Apple is renting Route 14 in Arizona, a testing facility, and Momentum Stadium. During this time, Apple and Volkswagen formally agreed to collaborate on installing Apple's self-driving software on Volkswagen T6 Transporter vans. That isn't to imply that Apple isn't developing its own vehicles. It most certainly is. In August 2018, new speculation suggested that Apple was considering building an automobile. Ming-Chi Kuo, a dependable source, said that Apple might introduce an EV as early as 2023. At the same time, Tesla's senior vice president of engineering, Doug Field, left Tesla to work for Apple. Apple terminated 200 staffers from Project Titan 3 months later. This was not shocking, given that Doug Field wanted to reconfigure Project Titan to create the Apple car. It was clear that Apple wanted to compete with Tesla during this time, which attracted Elon Musk's attention.
I think it's great that they're doing this, and I hope it works out. I think they should have embarked upon this project sooner. Actually, I don't know when they. I mean, they don't share with me the details of their production plans, but. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think they'll be in volume production sooner than maybe 2020. That'll be like the soonest.
It would not be accurate to suggest that the Apple car is a Tesla competitor. Elon Musk is in favor of the development of electric car technology and truly wishes Apple success.
I think they'll probably make a good car and probably be successful. The car industry is very big, so it's not as though there's one company to the exclusion of others.
The automobile industry is big enough for several companies to succeed, and Elon will be relieved that his goal has been accomplished if Apple or another car manufacturer creates an EV that is highly compelling.
So if somebody comes and makes a better electric car than Tesla, and it's so much better than ours that we can't sell our cars and we go bankrupt, I still think that's a good thing for the world.
It's hardly surprising that other automakers try to steal trade secrets from Apple because its self-driving research was kept under wraps. Xiaolang Zhang, a former employee of Apple, was guilty in July 2018 of stealing two of the company's circuit boards, a Linux server, and airdropping files from the company's computers. Following that theft, a different employee was detained in January 2019. The employee was seen photographing Apple's covert workspace containing manuals, schematics, and dramatics. He was trying to divulge this information to Xpeng Motors, an automobile manufacturer, which is a firm seeking to develop interesting self-driving electric vehicles. Apple worries that these employees will try to escape the country before appearing in court. We'll have to wait and watch how these legal matters turn out. However, things don't seem promising for former Apple employees, and in response to the inquiry, is the Apple car an electric car? A German article from February 2019 claimed that the Apple automobile would be an electric van. A self-driving firm called Drive AI, which was trying to build a self-driving shuttle, was acquired by Apple in June of 2019, 4 months later. The purchase of Drive AI and the German report support the assumption that the Apple automobile will be some form of electric van. Many rumors have recently surfaced indicating an Apple automobile's potential release date and design. According to recent claims, Apple already has a facility in the US, an expected tech and spec list for the Apple automobile, and a production schedule. Apple may have started talking to a major supplier of electric vehicles. TSMC, a Taiwanese chip manufacturer, has also stated that the Apple vehicle deployment has started. For instance, Apple and Saint Microelectronics have begun working together, possibly related to developing a self-driving chip for the Apple automobile. The supplier claims that the Apple car shares similarities with Tesla vehicles in appearance. Given that Apple has employed numerous Tesla engineers, this shouldn't come as a huge surprise. Apple engaged Steve McManus, a former VP of engineering at Tesla, to oversee the design of the Apple car's inside and appearance. Although no one has the exact specifications for the Apple car, we can get a good idea of what they will be. Apple confirmed its partnership with Contemporary Amperex Technology Limited in 2017, the same business collaborating with Tesla to build a Model 3 in China. This leads me to assume that the Apple car will pass the EPA range test with a range of between 300 and 400 miles. The patents Apple has filed also suggest some unique ideas. For instance, it is rumored that the Apple car would include a sunroof that will most likely be a giant glass panel. According to these patents, the sunroof may have multiple segments and even slide to lift off. An anti-glare widescreen that blocks off glare-prone areas is another intriguing feature described in a patent. As a result, just a section of the windshield would be transparent and the remainder would be concealed. What makes Apple's patents for a smart seatbelt even more intriguing? At first, you might find it absurd, but it might be a useful feature. Imagine being able to just tap a button on your seatbelt to change the music, for instance. If connected to the ecosystem of the iPhone, this would be practical. Apple may also include lighted seats that will direct you to sit in the most comfortable position or even remind you to fasten your seatbelt. The Apple car either sounds futuristic or pointless at this time. According to patents for passenger doors, the Apple car may have doors that slide from the outside to the inside. This idea doesn't seem practical because it would take up a lot of space, but let me know what you think in the comments. Apple has stated that the business will probably partner with or purchase battery suppliers to increase the production of the Apple car. Apple will disclose a long list of its suppliers because it plans to mass produce the Apple car. The Apple vehicles are finally expected to enter skilled manufacturing in 2024 or 2025, which is disappointing given that it was previously anticipated to enter mass production in 2020 or 2021. This is probably because Apple's engineers underestimated the amount of time needed to scale up both the production of the automobile and the development of the self-driving software. And that's it. Please share your thoughts on the Apple automobile with me. Do you believe Apple has a chance to succeed in the EV market? Or do you believe the Apple car will fail? And if you want to know more about Apple, you might check out other videos on this channel. Again, this is Fred. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.